She has now been forced to cover sports games as a non-sports person and has proceeded to ask the fucking stupidest questions at press conferences. They've written one article in their new era. They got the star player's name spelled wrong. They got the record spelled wrong. And it looks like ChatGPT wrote it. It has been the most pathetically embarrassing thing in the world. And the thing is like, I'm confused by it because she's not a dumb person. You know, like, I don't date girls that are like, oh, you know, my name is... You know, but it's just like, she is so out of her depth because she was such a terrible woman.
Welcome, everyone, to Long Beach here on the LI Sports Network. Another varsity matchup between Cold Spring Harbor and Garden City here in the New York Islander High School Hockey League. An important game for Garden City to keep their winning ways. Towards the end of this season, both teams not with a lot of games left, but Garden City played well in their last 5, 3-2, loss versus Rockville Center as well as Plainview Old Bethpage. Not a whole lot to play for either side because I believe both are just shy of those promotion relegation games, which are obviously so coveted here in the Varsity Division 2 as we are underway. Taking a look at the standings right now. Garden City in 5th place overall. Oceanside, Wantagh, as well as Rockville and Plainview Old Bethpage all above them. Cold Spring Harbor sitting in 9th place at 1-13. So obviously, Garden City just trying to collect one last win, get some more experience under their belt. If you're a senior, go out on winning ways. That's obviously the best thing that you can do. High school hockey is for a limited time. You got to enjoy every second that you get. It is ultimately the message for these two teams, I'm sure, coming out of the locker room. Vesio looking to go around. The shot is saved by William Amonte, who's going to be starting in net on the right side of your screen. On the left side, it's Luden to get the start for Cold Spring Harbor. Quick tuck in on net. Garden City scores. One nothing early on, just over a minute gone by. A fake off to the right side, a nifty backhand tuck on the left. Goal credit will go to Will Raya. Taking a look at the leaders on these teams. Raya leads the way in points with a total of 22, make it 23 with that most recent tally. Dom Mack leads the team in goals with 17, and Raya leads in assists with 11. Puck in the neutral zone right now. Cold Spring trying to flip it in. Wings get it back as not going to go down for an icing. Archer down below his own net. Sends it off the boards on the far side. Sartorelli gains the red, tries to dump it, and accidentally hits it off the referee on the far side. A little awkward, and Luden is forced to cover up with the mitt. Stats definitely in favor of Garden City right now. Goals per game, 4.9 for the Wings. Goals against, 4.6. Cold Spring Harbor scoring 1.1 but giving up 6.8. Face-off will go out of the zone. We have a working theory, Anthony, about what exactly the stats, the power plays mean for either team from Ryan Brannigan. Ryan Brannigan's theory is that the stats are from the last game that they played, not from the entire season. So, from the last game, Garden City 60% on the power play, 83% on the PK. Cold Spring Harbor 0 on both. Now, obviously, that could just mean you went 0 for 1 on a power play, 0 for 1 on a PK. Another puck out in front of the net, they score. Just like that, Garden City make it 2-0. Bringing it in right there, Karcher not going to make a mistake on the doorstep. Piles on a second in almost as many minutes. Garden City in early control. Reed trying to bring it in. Lost control of his handle. Garden City break it out the other way. Up on the left side. Shields looking towards the middle. Pulls the thread, but couldn't get the shot off. Rims it around the boards. Vesio collects, sends a pass behind him. Dominguez had a little trouble handling it and will pop out to the neutral zone again. Keegan bats it down the rink. Colton Mack goes there to collect pass to no one in particular. Opportunity for Keegan again. Slammed into the corner. Puck free, and Mack once again has the best opportunity for it. Wings in the offensive end. Quick pass off for a shot. They score. Second of the game. Raya now up to 2 goals. Quick shot, top left corner, across the crease, well placed by Will. Colton Mack had it go off his skate blade, opportunity to fight forward in the corner, bats it up against the wall. Beal continues the momentum forward. The puck takes a couple of hops and blasts it into the offensive end by Will Bryant. Loose over in the corner. Cold Spring trying to find a centering feed, and puck does get into the blue paint for a second, but Dominguez was there for it. Head up the ice. He'll send it over to the left side. Another opportunity, maybe a hat trick. Water bottle popped. It's a hat trick in the first period for 4 minutes nonetheless. Will extends it to a 4-0 lead in favor of Garden City. So Rhea with a quick hat trick. I would imagine one of the quicker hat tricks we've seen here in Varsity Conference 2. Saka tried to penetrate on the right wing. Rattles all the way back into the defensive zone. Karcher turning it around, flipping the puck ahead. Quick forecheck for Garden City. Nice outlet pass anyways. Steele had an opportunity with it. Pried free from his grasp, and once again the Wings control. Rhea to the backhand. Rhea almost thought about cutting out in front. Instead, he'll keep control. Saka once again to the blue line. A blast well off the left side of the crease. And now the puck just barely goes out off the stick of Karcher. Sartorelli had it but lost it. Couple of steps in and pried off the stick of Reed. Little saucer past the blue line. The Wings looking for their 5th goal of the night. Still only listed as 3 on the scoreboard here on Long Beach, but it is definitely 4. I trust my life with Anthony's scorekeeping abilities. Also, it's listed as 4 on the official score sheet, so. One thing I will note, somehow Garden City have scored 4 goals on only 3 shots on goal. Something about that math is not adding up. Shields relaxed in his own zone. Maybe he shouldn't be. Intercepted and sent towards the cage. Alante makes a paddle save. Still up for grabs as it slides to the blue line. Cold Spring Harbor hold the zone for 1 more second, but now they'll give up a 2-on-1. Quickly towards the net. Passing option available, but doesn't get over to Vesio. Basic gives it down below the goal line. Puck spun back towards him. Collects it on the backhand. Looking to exchange hands there. Options at the blue line. The Wings feed it. Once again, cycle it around. Shields trying to keep the play alive. 1-on-1 against the boards. He's hemmed up there. Puck zips off to the far side. Swept away by Albers and now cleared out of the zone. Stood up in center ice. The Wings dump it right back in and go off for a line change. 8:20 remaining in the first period. Still 4-0. Mainly thanks to that man, number 16, that was temporarily on your screen. Rhea already has a hat trick, almost a natural hat trick. Was interrupted by Karcher. Vesio with 2 points as well so far tonight, both of them assists. And Mack and Basic also with an assist apiece. Steals. Looking for the tape of Bryant, sent out in front, a sprawling save by Amante. What a stop for the Wings netminder. It's still a 4-0 lead. Rhea to the blue line, trying to feather it off to his right side, taken away by Cold Spring Harbor. Fiddled with now and dumped into the offensive end over to the right wing side. Second there, first for it. Found some forecheckers and dumped it off to Colton Mack. He has a little bit of space on the weak side of the rink. Basic tries to play it out on the backhand, and one more jab will get it out of the zone. Halfway gone by in this first period. Definitely been all Garden City thus far. Turnover in the offensive end. Goes off to the left side of Amonte, who just made that awesome sprawling save. I think partially on his back for a second. Hasn't seen a whole lot of action in front of his crease, but I think he'll be happy to go home with that highlight reel saved on the computer. Karcher, head up ice. Gets it over. Basic breaks it past the blue line. Has a man trailing. Hits him. Vesio bringing it on net for a shot down low. Saved by Loden. Basic trying to get it back. Has a man at the goal line. One more. Tic-tac-toe in front. Doesn't go. Off the bar, but not in, says our referee on the far side. It stays 4-0. Saka had it but lost it again. Ecker trying to get through the contact from Rhea. Takes it away cleanly, zips it up the wall. Batted down and handled by Shields. Takes a couple of steps backwards before looking to center ice. It's pitched back into his zone. Amonte goes out to play it with the paddle. He's it behind by Karcher. Harassed by Reed. Breaks around a couple of checks. This is going to be a good rush for the Wings. 3-on-3 past the blue line. Rhea, the trailer. Another physical hit into the boards, but the better for it was Karcher. Was separated from the puck. Opportunity to clear. Turned over. Karcher with it again. Sent it above the crossbar. Down to 5 minutes left in this first period. Rhea could get a fourth here. Has a step on his man to the backhand. Back to the forehand. Shot in front. That'll go. Will Rhea, fourth of the game, all in the first period. For Rhea, that was his 15th of the season. Now just 2 behind Dom Mack for the team lead, for the team tie, I should say, in goals. 3 behind for the team lead. Mack not available for the Wings tonight, so he won't have anything to say about it. He might go back to school tomorrow, Anthony, and all of a sudden his goal lead is gone. Rhea. Couple of crossovers. Dips past another check. Rhea might get the 5th here. Instead, feeds it in front for a quick shot almost to the front door for a tap-in goal. Rhea gets right back to it. Has to deal with his teammates at the blue line, so he lost his handle. Dominguez sends a pass forward, and 2 teammates run over to each other, and we got a man down on the ice. We'll get a quick penalty assessed by our officials. Looks like it's going to be interference. Beal was the man down, but got quickly back onto his feet, so assume he's okay as he skates back over to the bench. Neri will go into the box for 2 minutes. Opportunity for the Wings to extend their lead by even more on the first power play we've seen today. Ezio will start off with a draw over in the right dot. Rolling puck should carry all the way into the defensive end. Karcher, Seka, back over Karcher. Sliding over to the blue line. Not tight enough on the handle, so take a loop back around. 20 seconds gone by in the 5-on-4. Now some speed built up. Barging into the offensive end. Left behind Karcher. Sends it to the left side. Now straight away for the shot. Easy save. Luden got it up high. Forces another face-off. 3:14 remaining in the first. 1:23 on the power play. Long bank pass off the wall in order to clear it out for Cold Spring. Zeka jockeying in, takes a couple of quick steps to the goal line, look for a pass up high. Plenty of room there, another save up high. Luden allowing his teammates to kill some more of this clock. Down to 40 seconds in the 5-on-4, 2:32 in the first period. Whipped up but not out. Controlling for Shields. Looks off to his left side. Karcher, good move, sends it in front. No shot came through. Another rebound opportunity, but just barely tipped past Shields. All the way down the rink. Back onto the ice is number 16. Rhea has 4 in the game already. Rhea through the legs, breaks around one. Rhea, dish in front, still loose for a shot, and a great save. Luden got there in time. Wings now with 2 seconds left in the 5-on-4. Maybe one more shot. We're back to even strength here on Long Beach. Ray on the far side. Trying to thread the needle. Karcher streaking up the near boards. Play a little bit slower to develop, but Karcher now has it with a couple of feet of ice in front of him. Breaks for 2, trying to beat the third. Gets the puck just off to the right side of the net. Tartarelli has it now. Loops it down low. About a minute to play in the period. All wings so far. Keegan, a little bit of time and space. He'll just knock it up and out. Rhea trying to blast past the second. Puck still hemmed in by some skate blades here on the near side. Dominguez dicing it up. Dominguez loading up the shot right into the gut. Luden making another save with 36.9 seconds remaining on the first period. Quick one-timer with the clock expiring. Scramble out in front. I don't think anything ever went on net there. Colton Mack going back to retrieve his prize. Sending it up the wall. Basic. Probably just looking to kill off the rest of this clock. Maybe trying to rush for himself. Here's Basic. He's wheeling, now looking to deal on the shot and called offsides. We'll get the buzzer anyways here for the first period on the LI Sports Network. Second period coming up. We'll be right back.
Just told me on the phone, gave me his presidential No, you can't even say Ryan Brannigan. You said Mr. Brannigan. Mr. Brannigan. But do it with like an English accent. Mr. Brannigan.
This is the only person I'm not sure that we call by last name. Nobody calls him Ryan. He calls him Brannigan.
Or Branny. I don't know why that started. That was implemented by the time I got here.
I don't think I was a Brannigan.
I started around the same time as Brown.
Because I know Brannigan and Brady kind of started at the same time because they were recruited by Paul.
Yeah, they both came on early that season.
And then I came in like half. But I never met you until recently because I never did the NASCAR.
You showed, I first saw you at the LI Championship.
Yes. Yeah. That was an all hands on deck situation.
That's what I first knew you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because after 23 weeks, like weeks,
This one was the pre-game
like
to period.
Travis came on mid-season. That was after Herricks was getting a lot.
Herricks was doing a lot. Yeah. Because Ian used to be the number one, and then when Ian left, Travis became the number one.
Yeah, Travis, once Travis started, he became the one. Ian was more like backup or opposite.
I don't even know what Herricks is doing. He's like Herricks hasn't got the
And we're back to live here on the LI Sports Network. Garden City with a handy lead after the first 15. It's 5-0 against Cold Spring Harbor. As they look for a shot from the blue line, and Albers fans on it slightly. Ends up back with the Wings. Here comes Ray up the ice. He already has 4 scores in this game. Didn't even take him 7 years. Rhea slides it up the wall to the far point. Stabbed a little bit deeper, and then Cold Spring will take it back. Put it in on net. Amonte makes the stop. He hasn't seen a whole lot of shots. That just technically counted as the 5th. But I do have to say, he had a stellar save in the first period. Was diving onto his left shoulder and just got his chest in front of a puck that was originally aimed at an empty net. Cold Spring on another breakout. They've done their best offensive work so far, or best chances, I should say, on these breakouts. Ray just playing bumper cars, trying to force the puck in. Comes free, and Cold Spring, have a little bit of time. It's Jack Reed trying to whip it forwards. Hit some traffic and slid right back down the throat. Basic off the wall, sends it towards the middle. Not a lot of penalties so far this game, just the one committed by Cold Spring. Was killed off effectively. So the Wings 0 for 1. Oh, worse off though. Vesio whistles a shot wide over to the right side. Basic hunting for the rebound. Ducks it back towards the corner where Albers finds it. A little bit of time and space. Almost connected that breakout pass. Back for the Wings again. They look for Basic on the far wall. Spinning around, is able to dump it just by his body. Albers down low. Couldn't work it away from Vesio. He'll take the operation, knocked down to the ice. Eckert wiggling ahead, has lots of speed. Here comes Eckert on the wraparound. Amonte tried to get over in time, but there was no shot for him to even save. Now a follow-up from the blue line with plenty of traffic. Amonte scrambling for it, ends up behind the net. Garden City defense just trying to reset now. Opportunity to clear. Avoiding an open ice hit was Vaseka. Has a passing option below the goal line and hits it over to Karcher. Here's Rhea. Physical on the left hip, trying to leave it behind him, and just overskating it was Vesio. Didn't actually get a piece of it and passed it over to the far point. Now Vaseka down the wall, gives it off. Vesio, his pass hit off the outside of the net. pops free, and Cold Spring Harbor have it. Cold Spring Harbor have it into a 2-on-1 as well. Lone man back is Karcher. The shot is above the crossbar. Viseca mincing it past the blue line, leaves it for Rea. His cross-ice pass intercepted. Out of the zone, Will Bryant looking for a long ranger. Good rebound control from Amonte. Covers the near post as Bryant looked for the wraparound attempt. Instead took it up the wall and passed it behind him. Steals, scanning for his options, but nothing presenting itself. Now a breakout opportunity. Rea tripped up in the neutral zone. That might have been some knee-to-knee contact as well, as he's down on the ice right now. Nothing dirty, so say the officials, but Rea is skating off to the bench. Shields fiddles it over to his left side. Good possession right now for the Wings. Viseca has it on his forehand, fires, and save made. Luden was with it the whole time. Vesio walking it up the wall to the blue line now. Turning the corner, sending a pass now out in front. What a goal! Sardarelli to bury the 6th of the game. Cold Spring Harbor down big. Cold Spring trying to retaliate with some offense as that puck flipped high into the air. A centering feed caught in the skates of a defender and slapped all the way down. Shields and Karcher on the assist for Rich's goal. 6-0 now in favor of Garden City. Had a game just before this one between Long Beach Varsity and Syosset Jericho Varsity. That was a dominant win for the Marines. They scored nothing in the first period. It was 0-0 after 15. A respectable 2-0 lead, including a shorthanded goal to end the second period. And then in the third, they exploded for 4 more goals, eventually beating the Braves 6-0. In their final regular season game of the year, obviously, gotta think that the Marines are one of, if not 2 favorites. Obviously, that's always easy to say between them and Belmore Merrick, but I think there's a strong case for you to make that the Marines have heated up towards the end of this year and have been on a heater for a while at that. Probably are the favorites to take the New York Islander High School Hockey League. Opportunity for a shot for Keegan Owlers. Mishandled it ever so slightly, and it will be looped out of the zone off the backhand. Beal hemmed into the corner, gets it along for Song. Rims it around the end boards. Opportunity to clear, shut down by Vesio. Puck is free on the perimeter. Beal with it again, looked for a centering bit. It deflected off his stick and Karam down low. Wings still have it. Handoff at the blue line. Vaseka, he's gliding down low, still holding it, passing it through a tight triangle right there. Good stick work from catcher. Karcher. Albers at the bottom of the left circle now, tackled down below the goal line. Vaseka completing the breakout pass over to Beal, has plenty of room on the right wing. Still haven't seen Rea come back out onto the ice since that collision in open ice in the neutral zone. Not that he's particularly needed right now as his team leads 6-0. Another opportunity to Monty. How do you get that one? Still a clean sheet for Will and another impressive save to keep it that way. Vesio drops the shoulder, tries to drive. Bounced the puck off the corner and sent it over to Shields. Takes a couple of steps off to his right side. Swings the puck around the boards. It's up for grabs on the near. Shields gets back to it. Tries to hop past his stick. Overskated it just a little bit. Once again with Vaseka. Popped out of his possession. Basic racing after it. Up and now out for Ecker. 5:35 remaining in the second period. 6-0 the score in favor of Garden City. They still have a game left on February 2nd versus the Quakers at 9 p.m. A quick shot is taken on net. Basic almost found a point-blank rebound. For Cold Spring Harbor, they have one more game left against Massapequa Varsity on February 4th. That game to be played at the Clark Gillies Arena. Only one goal in this second period for the Wings. Sartorelli got the tuck, assisted by Shields and Karcher. A blast from the far point of Monty. Got the first piece of it, let up a little bit of a rebound, but he had no one near him. Made the second save. Little tap on the head from his teammates as well. Monty, one of the younger players to be in varsity. Looks like he's going to get the tag out now. So he'll get himself more than half a shutout in a game. And taking his place, Carter Pickens. Wears a C on his chest, obviously the more experienced of the two goalies. Willimonte, impressive showing. Definitely a player that you should keep your eye on for Garden City going into the future. It's not every day. I believe Will is a freshman. I could be wrong about that, but I believe Will is a freshman. It's not every day that you see a freshman step up into a varsity game and post a shutout in over 20 minutes of ice time. I'm not going to try the exact ice time. I don't like math. I don't know about you, Anthony. I don't like math. Another opportunity for Rea, and he's tied up from behind. That is going to be a penalty assessed against Cold Spring Harbor. Another power play opportunity for the Wings. It's the official stat line for Willimonte. 9 saves on 9 shots against. This will be the 6th game he's played this year, including 3, make it 4 starts now. Karcher playing catch and go. Basic with it now. Cuts off to the middle, passes off to his left side. Visaka taps it in front, another opportunity. Poked a little low. Shields will take it at the goal line, looking for Basic. Cradles it behind the net. Basic onto his backhand, flips it up. Another one-time opportunity. Vesio's not going to pull the cord, defers back over for Theo. Spinning around on the backhand. Completes it over to Basic. He's scanning for a quick shot rebound. Forced over to the corner. Basic gets it right back at the half wall. 50 seconds gone by in the 5-on-4. Opportunity to clear it out at the far point. Racing for it was Theo Visaka. Little give and go up high. Straight away in the slot for a shot not far off from Vesio. Rebound still belongs to the Rings. Shields looking for an angle. Vesio trying to give it back to Shields, but that will just barely slide past the blue line. Now the Snow catching that puck. Hard to play it there. Obviously over towards the benches is always where the most snow is going to collect. I've seen some pucks get completely stopped over there. Vesio gives it behind Basic. A nice hit, but he wanted the shot. Steals another opportunity to clear. Cut off by the Wings. Held alive. Visaka. Little give and go action with Vesio. Back towards Visaka. Takes a couple of steps in, a tip, but it was actually blocked instead by Karcher. And out of the box and into the offensive end. Here comes Cold Spring Harbor for the shot. Not going to get past Pickens. Makes another save. Gives up a rebound off the paddle. It's shoveled right at his face. Trying to play it all the way out of his crease. Another one-timer, and that got blocked by the defense. Mad dash for the Wings, but they keep it out of the back of the net. And here comes Vesio. In on net. His shot saved. Luden stops that mad, crazy sequence with under a minute to play in the second period. You know, Anthony, I know I'm getting older when I can feel the coldness start to affect my knees more than anything else. I don't know if anyone else at home has the same problem as me. My knees just, they start to hurt at some point. Another big open ice hit, and that will get called as a penalty. Dominguez will go into the box for 2 minutes. Got some other games going on around the Long Island Sports Network. Smithtown Hauppauge versus St. Anthony's Black. That's the junior varsity matchup. St. Anthony's with 2 different JV teams. They have a black and gold team. ACHA, ACDC hockey. Sacred Heart University versus Columbia University. Obviously, you have the game live right now between Cold Spring Harbor, and Garden City. Coming up later for the Suffolk County High School Hockey League, you have Northport Huntington versus Middle Country, and I think we're going to get another penalty here, unless that puck just went out of play. It did just go out of play, so we'll stay at 5-on-4. Nice hit. But now we will have another penalty. Maybe not a nice hit. Might go down to a 5-on-3 in favor of Cold Spring with $1:27 left on the initial penalty. So that's an extended 5-on-3 opportunity. Tie up off the draw. 8 seconds left in the second period. The Wings just trying to kill it off, and then they'll reset to kill off the rest of the 5-on-3. Clock hits triple zeros here after 30 minutes. Still a 6-0 lead in favor of Garden City. We'll be right back here on the LI Sports Network for the final 15 of regulation. And we're back on the LI Sports Network. A 5-on-3 right now in favor of Cold Spring Harbor, but they're instantly hemmed back into their defensive zone. Basic, the point of attack right now as Cold Spring Harbor come flying up the ice. Still looking for their first goal of the game. Drop pass at the far point, brought in for a shot and blockered away. Pickens keeps it alive. Basic didn't know the puck was behind him. Still with a long sweep of the stick, got it out of the zone. So some more scoring updates. It's 8-1. Dominguez with the most recent tally, and Vesio at 9:14 made it 7-1. Obviously all in favor of Garden City with 8:05 to play in the third period. And we apologize about the technical difficulties. We'll have a clean recording of the entire game with no buffering posted after it concludes. Just about halfway through the third period now. Good poke check thrown out by Song. Almost got it out of the zone. It loops around the boards onto the near side. Basic separates from the puck, then plays back onto it, trying to settle it. Sends it out in front. Quick one tap and almost out in front for a redirection. Shields was a step behind for the tuck-in goal. Another centering feed. Popped away by Cold Spring Harbor. Shields gives it over at the blue line. Basic. Interception in the neutral zone. Song sends it over on the backhand. Shields not able to do much with it. Curls over to the half wall. Now into a wrestling match. That's going to be a penalty. Wings will get this one extended as they still have possession, and it's touched up with 6:43 to play in the third period. Two-minute power play for the Wings. And a 7-goal lead already. Face-off will come from the left dot. Rhea will start it off. Rhea with 4 goals in today's game. Keegan Albers, the one who took the penalty. And a slight delay just because the referees are trying to figure out the clock. Got it all set up now. So Ray is good to take the draw on the tie-up. Number 16 will backpedal up to the high slot, looking for a shooting lane save. Luden got it, and it was cleared out by his defense, 200 feet. Pickens will stop it up there and give it over to Ray. Starts his race up the ice by going behind the net all the way past the red line now. Ray is still going, separated from the puck, and it's swept away. Another chance to kill some more time off. Instead, maybe a rush completely. Ecker out in front, trying to go through the legs. Couldn't stuff it home. Ray dicing it up past the blue line, glides effortlessly, but the shot was saved. Luden got it with the blocker, but that was almost a highlight reel after what was also almost a highlight reel. Couple of close ones there. Could have gotten a tweener for the first goal and then a clean heel drag for the second, but goalie's making some nice stops. 6 minutes to play in the third period. Karcher, little give and go action. Basic to the high slot, looking for the shot, ends up behind the net. Vesio will control, he'll take it. Now up top, flipping the hips, loading up the wrister, glove save in the right place at the right time. .54 seconds remaining. Vesio in the left circle. On the draw, it's batted out of the zone. Chance for Steels to look for another shot. He has the 1 goal so far for Cold Spring Harbor. Wings with some open ice. Vesio Tip side the blue, leaves it behind. Basic looking for an angle. Nothing presented itself. So he'll go for a skate. Looping all the way back to the high slot. Basic still holding on to it. Sliding it over for Theo. He walks it middle now. All these wings just trying to look for the best available shot. Here's one. Rebound into the slot and then instantly cleared out. 3 seconds left on the power play. Under 5 to play in regulation. And we'll get some line changes out for Cold Spring Harbor as we're back to 5-on-5 here on Long Beach. Basic with it in his own zone. Commits a turnover there. Keegan fires it around. Quickly onto it is Ecker. He's slammed in. Pops out for Vesio. Now he's trying to skate. Could make this an odd man rush. Vesio, quick wrister off the crossbar. Almost got that one to go underneath. 4 minutes to play in the third period, and it looks like by all stretch of imagination, Garden City will take this one by a dominant score and collect their 8th win of the season to go 8-6-1 with 1 game remaining. A shot into the chest. Luden will make that stop. Unfortunately, they will not be playing for a promotion relegation spot. Obviously, a promotion if you're coming from Varsity Conference 2. Keegan put it down low. Puck back into the Seahawks zone end. It's the second of 2 games here at Long Beach tonight on the LI Sports Network. The first between Syosset, Jericho, and Long Beach. The Marines took that one in an emphatic 6-0 victory. 2:53 to play in the third period here, and it looks like it will be an emphatic victory for Garden City. Most of it coming from Will Rayo. Puck goes up high. Ecker, not able to rip the cord. So Torelli tried to sashay his way past the blue line, now caught off sides due to Rayo. Next games here in the New York Islander Hockey League. Wantagh Seaford Plain Edge will be taking on Syosset in a middle school matchup on Saturday. Then another middle school matchup between Cold Spring Harbor and Massapequa. 7:15 start at the town of Oyster Bay for those Saturday games. Next varsity games that you're looking at. Valley Stream versus Wantagh in the Varsity Conference 2 on February 1st. Then Bethpage Varsity versus Rockville Center. And the final, East Meadow, Levittown, Hicksville versus Plainview, Old Bethpage. Those are all your promotion relegation matchups. I'm sure Anthony is looking forward to those. All going to be on the LI Sports Network. If I was a betting man, Travis Quigley probably going to be on the call for those games, joined by Anthony, Rowan Loddick, maybe even Sam. Never know when intern Sam's going to be around. Sam operating the camera right now. $1:30 to play in this matchup between Cold Spring Harbor and Garden City. Make sure you subscribe to watch all those promotion relegation matchups. Obviously not going to impact Cold Spring Harbor or Garden City too much, but will allow you to know who your opponents for next season are going to be a little bit early. As that shot from Basic will go off the outside of the net. These final minutes ticking by with 60 seconds left. Shot goes off the end boards for the Seahawks. Batted up and out of the zone. Vesio tried to cut it off to the middle, but it was pried off his stick. Opportunity for Bryant now. Sends it high and into the glove of the captain, Pickens. Knocks it off to the corner. Another 20 seconds gone by. Visaka Tried to find an exit strategy. A quick little cheeky shot for Harry Steele. Was looking for his second. Wouldn't go down low against Pickens. Down to 20 seconds left. One last stretch. In on net for the shot. They score. It's Jack Vesio to make it a 9-1 lead in favor of Garden City, and we'll play out the final 10 seconds of the clock. 9-1 going to be the final score. Garden City take this matchup. They're now 8-6-1 on the season with one more game remaining. Cold Spring Harbor 1-14. Thank you so much for watching the LI Sports Network. My name's Kevin Broderick, joined by Anthony Papasadero and Sam Musnick. On behalf of the entire crew, have a great rest of your night. Once again, final score 9-1 in favor of Garden City.
Kevin, what was the joke you made? I couldn't hear anything.
I said intern Sam, he's always around. He might be at the promotion.
Oh, he will be there. Sam Musnick will be there. Sam says he's not going. I will make sure he is there. Right, Sam?
I think I was told that I am doing.
Let's see. Sunday.
Sunday when? Is that the 8th?
Sunday the 1st.
Sunday the 1st.
Get ready, food.
Wait, maybe not.
No, I'm not.
Wait, maybe it is Tuesday. Yep, color commentary. Tuesday night. Kevin Broderick.
Oh, yeah. NYIHSHL hockey. And then I'm doing, so I'm doing color on Monday for Sunday.
First game is 5:15. Alright?
Yeah, I like that.
3 games.
Homework will be done. That works.